all of you are journalists, you all understand the frenetic news cycle we work in. And arms of the state, when they're beset by scandal, will close rank and wait for the next scandal to distract. We were sitting on terabytes of information. And after 3 months off diary, I plotted a series of 8 stories, which would address the issues at Thembisa Hospital and some of the syndicate players. It wasn't 8 stories. The last story we published was last week, Monday. That was the 47th story in our 4-year series, and those 47 stories go with a full-length feature documentary. I've stayed on this story for 4.5 years. It has been an odyssey, and it has by far been the most challenging assignment of my entire career. Not only because of the fraught nature of the terrain, just because of the size of the data. And I look at where things are now with machine learning, and 4 years ago, that didn't exist. We went through those emails manually. We did thousands of company searches to map these networks manually. That requires resources. I would wager that the financial input, before we even published a single word, between tech, salaries, petrol, all of that, was several $100,000 before we'd published a single word. Now, in terms of commercial viability for investigative journalism, that's simply not there. Simply not there. But the story is too important not to tell. So we had this trove of data, and before we published, we decided, let's drip feed this. Let's keep the boot on the neck of the Gauteng Health Department, because they failed this woman. So we decided to publish 1 story a week until we had nothing left. And then we had internal communiques from the Gauteng Health Department leaked to us, and they said, this media campaign is relentless. It just won't go away. That's correct. We refused to let it go away. So that was the beginning of our story, and what it entailed was all manner of different journalistic praxis. So public documents, human intelligence, and tech, and putting that all together for an investigative product to really write the shit out of the story. Because any journalist worth their salt will tell you, all you need to give me is time and money and a platform. I'll do the rest.